What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the DIY Beard. My name's Jez and I'm the man behind the beard, and as you haven't already noticed now, we're trying things a little bit differently when it comes to filming these videos, and I'm going to put myself in front of the camera rather than behind it. Now, we're never really intended to be in front of the camera. I am a little bit camera shy myself, but you know what, after posting a picture of myself in hospital with a mask and a gown on, I thought it's not going to get much worse than that really. So this is going to be much more of a vlogging style filming. It does make filming a little bit easier for me as well, because I don't have to hide behind the camera and we can get some better angles, better shots of some of the work that we're doing on the bikes going forward. So if you like this style of filming, please give this episode a thumbs up, and if you haven't already done so, please do go and hit that subscribe button, as it really does help the channel out. So what have we got planned for today? Well, we're still waiting on some parts. We've still got a fairing that needs to come for the XV950. I've ordered a quarter fairing for Harley Davidson. Couldn't get my words out there, so we're waiting on that coming in. It's coming from China, so I've got a feeling it's going to be a couple of weeks. But we have had some little parts in that I thought will just get done today, and I want to extend some of the plug sockets in the garage itself to try and make things a little bit easier when we're working in this area. So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear the GSXR out, and then we can start working on the XV, so stay tuned. Okay, so first things first, what are we going to be doing today on the XV? Well, to be honest, the old number plate, one, it is absolutely huge, and we have been trying to minimise this bike as much as possible, and this old plate doesn't quite do it. Second of all, it doesn't quite fit because obviously it's off the old tail tidy, so we've got holes where we no longer need them, and we've got mismatching hardware, which just won't do. So I have ordered this plate. Now, I know what you're going to say, it is slightly illegal in the matter of, one, it doesn't have a reflector, two, it doesn't have the name of the garage where it was printed from, which is an MOT requirement. The letters are about right, so I'm hoping we don't get pulled over. But if anyone asks, it's a show plate, so as you can see, it neatens things up considerably. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to try and put that over the LED lights that we've already got installed. So I am going to have to drill some clever little holes in there. It'll help with the stability of it as well, and then what we can do is we can drill in and fix it on there. So we'll get to that in just a moment. Now, as you may have seen from Instagram, I purchased the black fuel cap. It is from a XV950, which is basically the scramble version of the XV, so it fits perfectly. However, it comes with different keys, which isn't too much of an issue. However, it's just a pain in the arse really, isn't it? Let's face it. You don't really want to start messing about with keys when you're at the petrol station. You want to spend all the time riding the bad boy. So we're going to see if we can replace the locking mechanism. I've had a quick look, just seems to be 2 screws. I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of thread lock on there. So we may need to heat it up just a little bit just to get rid of some of that. But then we should be able to put the existing barrel from the old petrol cap into the new one, and then we've only got the same set of keys. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place you to one side, and then we'll start getting these parts installed. So, lucky enough for us, this number plate is the same size as the number plate bracket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some measurements to find the centre of these, and then we're going to drill it out, and hopefully it'll slot directly over, and then we've just got to fix it down with some other screws. So let's get measuring. So, after some very, very tedious filing, we've managed to get it on. And do you know what? It doesn't look half bad. Much neater, better, a lot sleeker, just what it needed. Like I said, I want everything to look a lot more minimal. A little bit like what I would imagine a factory custom being like. So I'm really, really happy with how that turned out. Now, on to the petrol cap. So, like I said, the petrol cap that comes on it obviously has the same key as somewhere in this mess. There we go. So it has the same key that comes for the ignition itself. So it's always nice to have one key, mainly because the lock and the ignition is so close to the tank. And if I'm completely honest with you, when I have been riding around with two keys, it kind of just hits the tank. Obviously we don't want it to start chipping any paint, scratching it or anything like that. Because it will do that over time. You know, it's wearing against paint, it's wearing again into the metal. Metal on metals, it's going to scratch, it's going to wear through. So, if you look, the camera will focus on there, there is just two screws. So I think if we undo them, we should be able to pull out the locking mechanism and the barrel and swap them over. So let's give that a try and let's see how we get on. So guys, I'm not going to lie to you, after about, well, at least over an hour of faffing about with it, I've not been able to change it. I mean, these things are always really disheartening when you're trying to make things work. However, this is what this channel's about. It's all about discovery. It's all about, you know, putting yourself out there and having the ability to give it a try. Not gonna lie, definitely don't recommend trying this for you guys in the future unless you are changing your existing lock barrel from, say, an XV950 petrol cap to another XV950 petrol cap. Let me show you why. So, first of all, as you can see, I've completely and utterly destroyed it. So, the screw heads just literally rounded off. So I thought, do you know what? I'll drill those out. And that's those there. However, I would have saved this. Well, this is your locking barrel basically, and as you can see, fairly standard. However, would have saved myself a huge amount of time. Bear with one momento. This is the petrol cap from the XV950. Now, like I said, this body fits absolutely perfect and it works for the application that you need. You just need a secondary key in order to make it work. What you can't do is you can't change the locking barrel, as this is the entire barrel. So you see that square there? That's the entire barrel mechanism over the cover itself. That has 4 screws. The crown one that comes with the XV950 has 2 screws. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't fit that barrel on there. So completely destroyed my original petrol cap, but nice little experiment nonetheless. So it looks like for the foreseeable we will be using 2 keys, just being very, very careful not to mark the paintwork. Okay, so we are back now after a nice little break. Sometimes it's nice just to take a break so that you don't lose your rag and then you end up making further mistakes. So what have we got next? So basically I just want to do a bit of a modification on the garage itself. It is a pain in the backside when I am working down this side of the garage that I have no power outlets. Excuse the paddling pool, baby's been out today. And all my sockets are here. So, quick fix, I'm going to run an extension cable up and around and down. One of the main reasons is I'm actually starting, oh, Mrs. has got the washing out. I'm actually starting a decking project and I'm going to have decking lights running along here, so it's going to need somewhere to plug in. So we will be using the sockets down here, and whenever we're doing anything, drilling, sawing, whatever, and I need plug sockets down this end of the garage, it'll be nice to have a power outlet there. So what I'm going to use is, this was a makeshift extension cable that I made a while ago. I've cut the plug socket off it already, and we'll get a new one of those wired up. I'm just going to trace the wire up this section here, behind, see if I can trace it behind this cladding, run it through here. I need to put a fascia plate on there all ready to finish it. Bring it out down this section by the light switch, run it down, and we'll have the socket about here. So we finally have the wires in place. As you can see, goes up there along the roof line and will come down towards the plug socket there. I must say, you know, the saying, when it rains it pours, is completely apt for this episode. Everything's fought me at some point, so whether that be the petrol tank or the wiring, today's just seems to be really difficult, and I think you get these days. And like I said, overall this is what this channel's about. It's about you seeing the mistakes I make and the journey that I go on. So if you want to have a go at doing certain things, you basically just learn from my mistakes. These videos aren't how-to videos. I hope you like the new style of video. You know, the vlogging style rather than the me hiding behind the camera. Like I said, it makes filming a lot easier, rather than me, you know, trying to get a shot where you don't catch my head or anything like that. I am going to try and get a video out to you again next week. We're getting towards the end of the XV if I'm completely honest with you. There's a couple more things that I want to do, but once we've done those, I want to take a little bit of a break. Now, the XV is never going to be finished, and I don't think any particular bike build is ever finished. There's always going to be certain things that you want to do and you find, along the way. But I think to make sure that we get this bike looking fantastic, we just need to take a bit of a step back and assess what's next. Plus, the weather at the moment is really nice, so perfect weather for painting, and it's definitely about time we get that GSXR in for a bit of a refresh, really. So I'll be ordering some paint material shortly, and we'll introduce that build itself. Like I said, the XV is never going to be finished. I'm sure there is a mountain of other things that I'll be doing to it going forward. I've got a couple of other bits that I just want to get sorted before we sort of take a bit of a break on this. But like I said, we'll try and catch you up as soon as possible. So if you haven't already done so, please do give this channel a subscribe. And if you haven't already done so, do hit the like button on this video. It really does help the channel out. And I will catch you again next time. Ride safe. Catch you soon.